This is 3D physical evidence of our inside beliefs, of our internal beliefs. You want to soften the resistance within. The resistance within you that is scaring you from listening to your own voice, to your own intuition, to your own good advice. There is a part of us that has been resisting listening to this own good advice that comes directly from our gut. We need to start getting back in tune with ourselves. Look up where your Venus is on your birth chart. Whatever your Venus is in will actually help you design your personal branding style. So like your fashion choices, the way you look, what you wear, the way you do your hair, the accessories that you love. Whatever sign your Venus is in, use that to actually guide you to when you're revamping your personal style and your aesthetics and your appearance. Just look around at all of the things that you have acquired in the past 6 months, and just always remember that luxury in the 3D is a reflection of worthiness in the 5D. And I have the power to create my own reality. I am creating my own reality today. And I'm such a cute card. This is I Want to Be a Queen. The message on the back, so I want to be a queen. Alice is a free person. She will not allow herself to be taken into captivity. Hello my friends, and welcome to today's video. This is more of a casual conversation, tapping video, what have you. I was like here organizing because I just got Alice in Wonderland, Lucy Cavendish, Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards. I am giddy for these. The art is beautiful. I am preparing to do a production of an Aquarius new moon tapping. We had the Aquarius new moon last week on the 17th. The energy is like done of that new moon, but it was such a catalyst for like non-conformity type of thinking, creativity, for rebellion, for, you know, inspiration, for going for the gold and like doing things in our own way. Like that really is the themes that last week's Aquarius new moon brought up. So I've been preparing to make a guided EFT session along the themes of celebrating the energy of the Aquarius new moon. I went and I got these cards because I've been looking for a new oracle, and I'm very particular when I get oracle deck. I make sure that the deck really talks to me. And I was so excited because Lucy Cavendish, so the artist, the creator of this oracle deck is Lucy Cavendish. So I used to have one of Lucy's oracle decks that was in the theme of mermaids 5 years ago. I lost it in Arizona actually, and I always was like, oh my god, I like need to get my hands on another one of Lucy's decks. Every spiritual store that I would go in the US, I could never find another one of her decks. I got my original Lucy Cavendish deck in Venice Beach, in a crystal store in Venice Beach near my old apartment. It's one of those moments where I walked into the store and I saw the deck and I was like, I cannot walk out of this store without buying this deck. The deck really has to be like speaking to me to like take the deck to the checkout. To this same store frequenting, they have the most amazing tarot and oracle decks, and I've been going there for weeks on end, and like I go there and I spend hours in the store just like literally looking at all of their decks. Like today I think they were shocked when I actually bought one. But so I found this deck appeared last week. If you know me, you know that Alice is like my freaking spirit animal. It's really interesting. Before this deck popped up, I saw another Alice deck like 5 minutes before, and I picked it up, but the artwork was just not right. But the artwork was not artworking. I was like, oh my god, but it's Alice. Like I nearly bought them literally just because how Alice, but I was like, you're breaking your own rules of like the deck is not talking to you. Like don't fucking buy the deck just because it's an Alice theme. But I'm like, I've never seen an Alice themed deck. And so I was like, oh my God, no, like you'll find the right one. And then 5 minutes later, as I'm like perusing through the shelves, the deck for Alice, this Lucy Cavendish. So the Lucy Cavendish deck came up, and as soon as I saw Lucy's name, I was like, oh my God, like holy baloney, I need Lucy's deck, because I've been looking for one of Lucy's decks, and it's Alice. And 2 nights ago, I opened Instagram, and I have not seen any of Lucy's posts on Instagram for years. And 2 nights ago, I opened Instagram app, and Lucy Cavendish post was the first thing I saw. I was like, okay, I'm running back and getting those cards. And then this morning when I woke up, I was like, okay, because I have a list of 6 videos that are ones that I'm filming, but like I'm going to need to edit them. So I have a list of 6 videos that are like we're in production for. Those videos has been Aquarius new moon, and because I'm just feeling like loved, you know, we've gone into Pisces season now, but like I freaking loved Aquarius season. It's underworld, like it's ethereal, it's rebellion, it's nonconformity, it's creativity, it's like, you know, the witches and the wizards and the magic also mixed with like big vision and grandness. Like it was just, Aquarius season is so freaking inspiring. So out of the 6 videos that I have like in production, so to speak, that was the one that I'm like, okay, we need to get that one out, because, you know, the Aquarius new moon was already last week, so that was the thing. So I woke up this morning, I'm like, all right, which of the videos are we gonna like get, you know, props for if we need them, or clothing or what have you. And so I'm like, yesterday as well, I start really feeling like, God, I just want to do this Aquarius new moon, because the Aquarius new moon tapping is gonna be so freaking cool. And we're going to do a card pull, okay? And then like recently I found out that my Venus on my birth chart is in Aquarius, and I'm in the middle of like learning new things about myself when it comes to personal style and branding. Wherever your Venus, whatever your Venus is in on your birth chart, you can actually really tap into the power of that. Sort of like your Venus is in Aquarius, or your Venus is in Capricorn, or your Venus is in Leo, what have you. You can actually look up where your Venus is on your birth chart, look up what horoscope your Venus is in on your birth chart, and then you can use that, whatever your Venus is in will actually help you design your personal branding style. So like your fashion choices, the way you look, what you wear, the way you do your hair, the accessories that you love. Your Venus, whatever sign your Venus is in, use that to actually guide you to when you're revamping your personal style and your aesthetics and your appearance. So that was another thing. Like my Venus is in Aquarius. So, and I only learned this like 2 weeks ago, and I thought that was so fascinating. So like, then I went to the mall today, okay, when I got these cards, all right, then I went to this store, okay, went around, and I got, which I think this is quite a very Venus in Aquarius type of vibe. I'm branding myself based on my Venus in Aquarius. So we got this top, okay, and I think it's so cute. It has like the angle at the bottom, and it's not just a regular t-shirt. It kind of like fits your neck like this, okay? And I also thought so cool because see how it's got cards, all right? And I'm gonna wear this when I film tomorrow, the Aquarius new moon creativity tapping. And it's got the cards, okay, on it. And tomorrow is when we're gonna do like a proper 3-card or 5-card pull, okay? So we've got the cards. This is like Venus in Aquarius, fashion style, and the tapping that I'm filming tomorrow is to celebrate the energy of last week's Aquarius new moon, and we're doing the pull as well. Oh, and then also, so like I was just planning that we would do tomorrow a 5-card pull, all right? But when I'm reading the little guidebook that comes with the oracle cards, because that's something as well, like I'm still learning oracles and tarot, so I'm very, like, I'm loving when I get a guidebook. So now, of course they tell you the 3-card spread, but this, I feel like for our YouTube and online community, I feel like these cards came for us, y'all, because like they also have messages on the back, okay? And like, they're like, it's so crazy because like I pulled one before myself and it was like about overcoming thinking that things are impossible, and when I read the message on the back it was like, you need to tap into really believing. Oh my god, these cards are so good for founders and business owners and like all the creatures that we are in our community. Opening this, okay, the guidebook, and this deck specifically comes with instructions. Down the rabbit hole spread. It specifically teaches us how to pull the cards based on a Wonderland spread down the rabbit hole. So tomorrow we're probably going to do the 8-card spread. I've got to learn how to do the down the rabbit hole spread. But, you know, we always have fun, and it's like, also the main thing is that we channel what the universe wants to communicate to us. That will help us get the answers. Oh, I forgot to share one other thing. So the other thing, because it was like, my initial thing was like tapping, tarot, and tea leaves, okay? So that's what else we got for tomorrow. So the butterfly PT, this is from Thailand. This is a product of Thailand. This is native flower that it's actually, I call this tea Nature's Xanax. Nature's Xanax, it's anti-anxiety. It is so good. I am actually listing this on my store for sale. I already have a couple of American clients that want to buy this, that are like, tell me when you launch your tea leaves. This is going to be like a part of our tapping show as well. So we're going to be doing, you know, drinking your tea, because the other day, this is what also really inspired me with the tapping and the tea. Because the other day I was like, drink your coffee, bitches, let's tap. And I was like, nervous system regulation work, and I'm like fueling my adrenal system with coffee, you know. And I'm also like, I love starting the day with tea. I'm like, I should be saying drink your tea, bitches, and let's tap, you know. So then I was like, okay, we need to get like special teas for the tapping. And then I'm so giddy because, you know, I'm gonna be saying, because if you've never had butterfly PT, it's very fun when you drink it. Okay, like it's all I'm gonna say is it looks very fun to drink. Okay, so this is just, guys, we have so much goodness coming into life. We've got the oracle cards, the tea leaves, the fashion, the t-shirts, the tapping. Okay, so it was like I was getting so excited because we got the fashion looks for tomorrow's show. All right, we've got the oracle cards to pull, and then, you know, it's like a magic show, because then I'm gonna be showing you guys on camera what happens when you put the butterfly flowers and then you put hot water, and I'm gonna be like, for today's magic trick, for my next magic trick, the cards feel like magic trick. Like with all of my props and my tools, my fashion choices and my tea leaves and my magic tricks, I feel like I just turned myself into a real life magician, a walking oracle, a real magician, a real star. And I really am like opening up my astrologer identity. Okay, so I'm very excited. I hope y'all are excited. Anywho, you know, I took this morning and this afternoon to like get my props for tomorrow's filming, tomorrow's show, tomorrow's production. Something that came to me was, I was like, wow, like things are getting really good, and they have been getting really good, you know. And it's like something that a couple of weeks ago, when things were noticeably, like I was starting to noticeably see the magic, like I was starting to really feel like the real magician for my next magic trick. You know, so like I was really starting to feel like things, like I started to really see things physically up level, and you know, things that I had been looking for appearing randomly, new buildings appearing, new rooms appearing, new restaurants appearing, new people appearing. I could really tell, like, oh my god, okay, things are really, opportunity is coming out of the freaking woodwork, beautiful experiences and everything. And that was, say, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I really had to ground myself into not getting scared of things getting so good and then being scared of it pop disappearing. I was really had to work myself through those fears. A few years ago, I manifested a windfall. Like, I mean, it was like freaking magic. Money coming in, thousands, tens of thousands, like, oh, I mean, like a windfall, okay? You live and you learn. And some things went really, really well, like really freaking well, and some things went really not well. And I kept some of the manifestations and I lost some of the manifestations. And so it took me actually like a couple of 3.5, a little bit more years to actually get myself back on track and like really meet myself again. But like also, I would not trade the last 3.5 years for anything, because the real raw, like freaking rock bottom experiences that I came up against after being able to unlock my power as a powerful manifester, generate a ton of cash, a ton of miracles, a ton of manifestations, and then lose the majority of it, and then like realize mistakes that I had made. And you know, it was like a combination of unworthiness in the subconscious, but then also like mistakes that I made. You know, you come into money that you haven't had before. That money is almost an initiation where you're gonna lose it, because you've never had that amount, where then you have to, the only way you really learn how to manage money is by fucking up with money. You know, and there's layers to that, but like that's the reality of it. Even Ed Milet was like, he was talking about like big numbers. You know, he was like, you make your first X amount of dollars, you're gonna blow through it. He was like, that's like you're welcome. You know, you're welcome initiation. You know, I'm a believer that the best way to learn how to manage money is to blow through money and make mistakes with it. And then you can look back and you're like all of us have made mistakes with money. We can look back and say, okay, when this money came in, I could have done this with it and I did this with it. But then forgive yourself, you know, like we were learning, you live and learn, and hindsight is 20/20. Like, you know, I've gone through this whole chapter in my life where I really got to know myself. I also like learned how freaking resilient I am. There is nothing that scares me anymore. There is nothing that I can't overcome. There is no situation that could come to me that I could not find a solution for. And the only reason why I'm so confident in my own capability now is because I saw myself lose most of my stuff and have to rebuild it. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm a fucking rock star. Ain't nobody can take anything, because it's in my mind. For me, having these last 3 to 4 years where I really had to rebuild myself, this year, when I've noticed that I've come back into abundance, you know, and I'm really like, I'm a walking magnet miracle again, but it's only because I really went deep last year. I went very, very, very fucking deep on my rewiring. I changed my environment completely, like moved countries, changed you know, the people I was seeing every day, changed the media I was consuming, changed the way I was showing up, and then did a ton of tapping, a ton of rewiring, a ton of like actually facing myself and being like, okay, cool, like you've gone through so many different roller coasters, you can truly have anything you want. Pick a card, any card. You know, no pun intended, pick a card, any card. But, you know, like, pick a card, any card. What life do you want to create? Let's do it. And so last year was really, really, really intense in, like, the best way. And I felt like last year was the first year that I, like, but it was also because I've been unpacking so much inner things for many years before last year, that then last year was easy for me to start to unfurl even more. But last year is the first year that I really like would take a program, I'm like, all right, let's smash this to pieces and just go in. Living in an energy vortex as well. That's a big plus when you want to rewire your subconscious mind deeply for an extended time using tapping and other energy healing modalities. Go to an energy vortex. We're going to talk more about this on future videos, but that was a really big thing. I chose to live in an energy vortex for an extended amount of time. So all of that to say, it really, one of the things that came up for me once I, you know, you can say shifted up a timeline or however you want to phrase it, but once I really started to see things start to crystallize this year that were results of all of the inner work that I did last year on my subconscious mind, and a lot of my manifestations that I've been manifesting for like 3-4 years are now starting to come into fruition. And so when I've started to receive things this time round, because this is the magic part of things that I already knew, okay, when you start to receive windfalls of abundance again this time round, you know that there's a part of you that feels unworthy of receiving massive success. So instead of, when your manifestations come, instead of freaking out about if you're going to hang on to them or not, just go in and rewire yourself to literally, I am worthy of receiving massive overflow. I am worthy of things being really good. Also telling myself, like, this is literally what life is supposed to be, and you've been doing so much work that, like, you fucking did it. You know, like, and of course we have more layers to go through, but there's also that, like, rewiring yourself to believe that life is not meant to be suffering and hard. And like, when we're going through chapters of suffering, that's not showing us what the baseline for life is supposed to be. That's a rough chapter that we're coming out of, and then we come back into the goodness and the pleasure and the bliss and the fun and the play, because that's what we're here to do. That's what life is for. And so when I'm coming back into this abundance, and when things, I'm like, you know, I'm like, you can, you know, like, you know yourself, like, you know, when you're back in the vortex of abundance, you know, okay, things, the synchronicities, we're in flow, the money's coming in easy, you know, things are working real well. And, you know, even if you have a couple of days where, you know, maybe you didn't receive any cash or you didn't get a new client, things are still in flow. Or you have a day that feels more rough, but things always still work out. We are in that amazing up level. We're in that spiral of creation. We're in the upward spiral, and we are in that time where we're up leveling. We've done the work. We're receiving the physical evidence, okay? Physical evidence of worthiness, of abundance, or experiences like this showing up, okay? You know, this is the 3D proof that I feel worthy of looking cute on the inside. We are walking simulator robots, radios, where we're pinging out what we want to attract. Tell me why a few months ago couldn't find a freaking t-shirt that I love for the life of me. Today I go into the mall, ping, immediately, it's so cute, it's on point, you know? This is 3D physical evidence of our inside beliefs, of our internal beliefs, of our operating system on the inside. Luxury on the outside is proof of worthiness, internal operating system on the inside. Luxury on the outside is proof of worthiness on the inside. It's so cool how it works. So, all of that to say, a couple of weeks ago, I started feeling wobbly, because that's when things really clicked and things really start to be flowing and really good, and it's stable, and I feel grounded, and I'm not concerned that it's going to disappear. But 2 weeks ago, I had a moment, a couple of days, where I could feel that wobbliness. I could feel on the inside, oh my God, is it going to pop? It's waiting for the other shoe to drop. And so I just really went in deep, and I just started rewiring myself. I also did one of Brad Yates' videos about allowing and receiving, and that one was really freaking good to just ground, okay? And then I did my own freestyle tappings that were focused on clearing out the fear that you're gonna lose the good things in life. You know, it's literally PTSD from a past experience. And when we can take out the emotion and just retrain our subconscious mind to know on a logical type of, logical quantum magic level, if that makes sense, we just tell our brain and our mind we're safe to live really well. So I focused my personal freestyle tappings on that, feeling safe to live really well, and feeling safe to have good experiences, and accepting that I deserve good experiences, and also knowing I have so much evidence now in my own life that I really have improved a lot with managing money. So I also reminded myself of that, your skills have also improved. So when your skills have improved, and I have evidence, and I showed my brain the evidence of my skill of money management having improved, then I was able to actually calm myself and go, okay, because that was a fear of well, if you receive and you keep receiving a lot, you might not know how to manage it. So then we tapped out, I am releasing the fear that I am not capable of managing my money. I choose to let that go. I am an excellent manager of my money, okay? So I did those, I focused on that in my own personal, sessions for about 3 to 4 days. in the mirror tabbing, doing the whole works. Subliminals as well. Subliminals, and that's another topic we need to talk about. We need to talk about high frequency guru subliminals. Well, basically, that was something that I realized of like, okay, I was wobbly, I I tap it out, I clear it out, I rewire it out, and also telling myself, I'm worthy of being a freaking star, and I'm worthy of living well, and I deserve to have good things, and I deserve to not only have good things, but have things that I love. Like if it's a full body fuck yes, then we buy the t-shirt, okay? So all of that to say, this was something where I've been actively working on training my nervous system to expand, to be able to hold and maintain the manifestations. Because honestly, guys, pinging miracles to ourselves, I think we can all say at this point, it's not rocket science. It's kind of quantum science. It's so freaking easy to attract the things you want once you know our formulas. But like, it's also, you can attract it, but can you hold it? And what's the point of attracting it if it's just going to be going out the window? And also, if your subconscious mind thinks that it's going to go out the window if you attract it, then it's also probably going to deter you from like putting in action, putting in effort and action, because it's like, well, what's the freaking point if we get all this stuff and then we lose it? What's the point? So it's very important to tell your subconscious mind that no, we're gonna get it and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna manifest it and we're gonna hold on to it. We're gonna attract it and we're gonna, I wanted to rhyme. We're going to be able to ground into the magic. It's about allowing ourselves to receive it, ground into it, and then maintain it and hold it, and then expand and receive even more and go higher and wider and more abundant and on and on and on. So all of that to say, y'all, let's do a tapping today, which is all for allowing the good. Tapping I want to do today is to help us, like, once we've received the good. So if you're in an up leveling as well, okay, and you're receiving a lot of magic and a lot of miracles, this is a tapping for you, because this tapping is going to really help us, like, keep ourselves open to receive, make ourselves even more magnetic when it comes to manifesting, but also really ground into the good, accept that life is really good and it's getting really good and it can get even better, and then also just really allowing more good in and really allowing ourselves to feel and appreciate the goodness. Like, we're just going to ground into all the miracles that are coming our way, all of our manifestations that we are receiving. This is a tapping to help us appreciate the receive, ground the receiving into our actual bodies, so that we can feel good in our bodies with having these upgraded lifestyles, and also to help you attract even more abundance into your life, obviously. But then also this tapping is to help us hold on to the good, maintain the good, and then continue to even expand the good and abundance and receiving further. Okay, we're gonna go into the tapping. The thing is I was going to save the cards until tomorrow. But let's at least pull one. Because Lucy came out of the woodwork years later. Lucy has appeared, and the cards have spoken. The universe has spoken, Lucy has spoken, we have spoken, God has spoken. So listen, let's do a quick shuffle. And tomorrow we'll do the Wonderland pull. Now let's do, should we do one card or three cards? Oh, there's one that's wanting to come. Oh, there's one that's wanting to, okay, here we go. Okay. So this one is becoming braver. Okay, so this is fascinating, because we literally were just talking about essentially programming our nervous systems to become more brave to handle more abundance. Okay, so it comes with a message on the back, and then I'm gonna pull two more after this. So becoming braver. Okay, so it says on the back here, recently you have felt overwhelmed and uncertain whether you can cope with much more. Being challenged in such radical ways has pushed you right to the very edge. Yet you have come to know yourself far more deeply than if you had not had these great and sometimes rather terrible adventures. You are strong, brave, and resilient. Guys, this is what we were just freaking talking about. Appreciating the good now after going through a whole valley of the soul and realizing how resilient we are, even though the adventures, not all of them were that great, but they built us into the person. And now this card's saying, you have come to know yourself far more deeply than if you had not had these great and sometimes rather terrible adventures. You are strong, you are brave, you are resilient, and you will be able to set an amazing example when life returns to something closer to what most people call normal. So keep going, y'all. This is a card of courage, okay? And I'm going to just hold this here in case you want to screenshot it. Alrighty. Okay, so wow, guys, wow. So becoming braver. Oh my God. Okay, let's do 2 more and then we're going to get into the tapping. Oh my God. Okie dokie. All right, we got another one. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do, because this is our first time playing with this deck, is I just wanted to actually see, because this card was upright, okay? So the divination for the Becoming Braver card, divination, the development of strength and resilience through challenges, a great ordeal endured with grace, dignity, and humor. So that is what this card is telling us. It is telling us, y'all, let's channel deep courage into our nervous systems, appreciate how resilient we are already, appreciate the muck that we were able to overcome because we have been able to meet ourselves. Holy shit, because we've been able to meet ourselves because of what we went through and because of these adventures. All right, so the next one is shine bright like a candle. Okay, I mean, shine bright like a candle. And look at the artwork. So I'm going to say there's someone that's going to watch this tape who has literally been wanting to pick up their paintbrush. Or maybe you've been wanting to like paint your walls or something. This card is for somebody that has been wanting to pick up the paint. You need to pick up your paintbrushes and you need to start painting again. It's going to bring you to life. It's going to reignite your spark on the inside. Pick up your paintbrush, shine bright like a candle. I also will say that I believe we pulled this card because shine bright like a candle, we are freaking shining stars. We have been working for the last 4 weeks specifically. Our videos have been specifically about activating our star energy and our star potential. And now we get this card of shine bright like a candle. Okay, this is just amazing, guys. This is amazing. So on the back, we'll just read this. You are changing so much that you may be wondering if you will still be here once the process is complete, like a candle whose flame goes out. But you have a bright and glorious light within you that will shine despite the hurts you may experience. The brightness within you is eternal. Wow. Again, right on point with what we were saying about because of what we have experienced, because of what we have gone through, ain't nothing that can scare us, ain't nothing that can take us off track, okay? The brightness within us always shall remain eternal. And then let's just look at the guidebook because I want to see the divination aspect as well for this card. So 36, shine bright like a candle. All right, your divine light is strong, wondering about life and death, contemplating the purpose of your existence. So I'm telling y'all, if you have been feeling like you want to paint either walls, canvas, or paper, or artwork, whatever it is, contemplating the purpose of your existence, this is your time to shine. This is your time to pick up the paintbrush and become the artist that you have been destined to become, because you are questioning the purpose of your existence. You are questioning life and death. You are questioning, if I don't do something great with my life, You picking up what I'm putting down? There is the purpose of being alive when we pursue the reasons why we chose to live. Okay, shine bright like a candle. That is card number 2. We are changing and our brightness is eternal and within, okay? And we're going to amp up our star power even more in the tapping. All right, let's do the 3rd card. So this is our final card for the day. Talk to us. All right, so let's go ahead for today's magic trick. Oh. This card. Follow your own advice in reverse. Okay, so follow your own good advice, but it was in reverse. All right, so the back is saying you are gently advised to settle yourself emotionally, to think through a problem and to follow your own good advice to yourself. Move calmly forward without criticizing yourself too harshly for the situation you currently find yourself in. You can change what you regret if you follow your own very good sense. Okay, but this was in reverse. So let's see what this is. Number 10 in reverse. And there was another card with Alice that was trying to come out as well, which was this one, okay? So this is the next one. I want to be a queen. Ooh, okay. And then our pool is really done after this one because this one came out in reverse, all right? And then this one was like peeking out of the deck, trying to be flown out. So that one's next. Okay, so let's see here. Number 10. Okay, reversed. Okay, reversed, okay? Follow your own good advice, reversed. It's a refusal to listen to yourself. So this is actually interesting. So I'm like, okay, what is this message that's coming through? Reversal, a refusal to listen to yourself. A feeling that if you become emotional, others will step in to rescue you. Because the fact that we pulled this in reverse is actually telling us that we have refused to listen to ourselves, that we're resisting our own intuition, guys. Okay, stop answering people's calls. Stop taking people's calls. Stop responding to people's texts. Stop scrolling social media for the next 72 hours. Stop wasting your fucking time, okay? Okay, because I mean, these cards really be speaking. Because this is telling us that we have had a refusal to listen to ourselves, a refusal to listen to our own intuition because it's being too noisy around us, a feeling that if we become emotional, that others will step in to rescue us. That means that a part of us is scared. So this in reverse, it's telling us, okay, that there has been a part of us that is resisting listening to our own intuition. So this is where we're saying, stop taking everyone's calls. Stop running your ideas past everyone else and actually connect to your own intuition. You know, stop letting everyone else dictate what your next move is in this game of life. That's why I say stop. You know, stop taking everyone's calls, stop answering to everyone's text, and stop allowing media to just drown you with what they want you to listen to, with what they want you to do, with what they're telling you to do, and take back your power and listen to you want to soften the resistance within. The resistance within you that is scaring you from listening to your own voice, to your own intuition, to your own good advice. There is a part of us that has been resisting listening to this own good advice that comes directly from our gut, okay, our second brain, our subconscious mind, and we need to start getting back in tune with ourselves. We need to start taking our own good advice again. We need to start listening to our own voice, deepen our connection with the spirit world and with God and with the universe, and allow ourselves to actually believe in our own capabilities, Believe that the advices that our body and mind and soul gives us is actually of worthy, good advice. Start to believe that, and then listen to our own voice. And if it is too noisy around you, if you have too many other people's energies, if you have too many energy leaks, if you have a million voices around you trying to influence you what you're doing, take a break for 72 hours to reset yourself and listen to your own voice. Okay, that's the third card. Fourth card this card freaking itching to come out of the deck. All right, it was like hanging out, dangling there, about to drop out. Then another one's dropped out. All right, so this one, and it came in the upright way. Okay, such a cute card. This is I want to be a queen. Okay, and the back. Okay, the message on the back. So I want to be a queen, and it is Alice is a free person. Wow, guys, this is really freaking good. Okay, Alice is a free person. She will not allow herself to be taken into captivity. Even if her incarceration was to be comfortable, she wants to be a queen. That's right on Aquarian nonconformity themes. She will not allow herself to be taken into captivity. She shall not conform. Okay, you too want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power to decide what takes place in your life. Enormous energy comes with stepping into your potential. I feel like this is the whole journey that we're all on with these tapping videos. You know, like, we're a collective, we're a community. There's certain people that are attracted to this group of tapping videos that we release. And just wow. So thou shalt not conform, thou shalt be royal, and thou shalt go for the gold. Thou shalt unlock thy fullest potential. Thou shalt be queen. Wow, I want to be a queen. Okay, so we already know what the message is, but let's also just take a look at what this guidebook says as well. I want to be a queen. Dude, wow, guys. This is all about the up level. This is all about the freaking up level. Divination. Okay, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. Raising your status. You are taking charge of your life. Making decisions for yourself. You shall be queen. You shall be royal. Thy shall be royal. Thy shall be golden. Okay, that is the fact that this one was trying to fly out, this is the finale of our pool. I just feel like that's such a big wow. This is confirmation to us that we must continue on the up level. Okay, we must continue up leveling. We must continue raising our status, declaring what we require and desire. We do not want to need, we desire and require, you know? So, and that's something I learned from Marissa Peer, the hypnotherapist. She always says, replace the words want and need with desire and require. And it changes the way that your brain feels. It taps into abundance as opposed to lack. So this is just wow. I want to be a queen. This is us asserting ourselves, asserting our worthiness. Because when we assert our worthiness and we declare that we are stepping into a new life chapter where we have more money, more love, more connections, more, and life is just more fun and flow, that is royal living. That is living well. That is living like royalty. It is honoring the royalty within us. And it is stepping forth, and actually we're choosing to accept our birthright of wealth and royal behaviors and royal beings and royal lifestyles. So again, stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, and passing a test. I want to be a queen. Raising your status. You are now taking charge of your life, making decisions for yourself. So this goes all in line with the rest of our pool because, okay, I'm just going to hold this up so that we know exactly what order this came to screen. Okay, so this is what we pulled. The becoming braver. I mean, this is like a freaking telling a storybook, okay? Becoming braver, okay? So that was what we started with. Honoring our resilience, going through hardship in adventures over the last few years to actually come out on the other side, meeting ourselves at a deeper level than we would have ever gotten to meet ourselves at, because we went through different adventures and we unlocked a new level of resilience, and we also are now telling ourselves we are giving our nervous systems permission to boldly become expanded and brave, receiving way more abundance into our life and going after the things that we want. Okay, the second one was shine bright like a candle, and this one was telling us, reminding us, amplifying our star power, but also knowing that regardless of what we experience, our brightness within is always eternal. And for us tappers, I feel like it's a reminder that we can always reactivate our star power and our brightness by tapping, okay? So these are the first two. Then we had the follow your own good advice in reverse. That was a reminder that we have actually been resisting listening to our own voice, to our own intuition, because it came in the reverse. And it's a reminder to us that we are protected. We are always divinely guided and protected, but like also we can let go of the fear of, if we tap into our own emotions, that doesn't mean that other people are going to have to jump in to rescue us. It means that we're just letting ourselves get to know ourselves deeper and actually following the destiny that our soul is speaking to us. Okay, so that was our third card. And then our fourth one, which is just my favorite, is the I want to be a queen in the upright. Okay, and that is reminding us that we are raising our status, we have passed a test, and we have declared our sovereignty, and we are choosing these royal lifestyles. We are not captive, we shall not conform, we shall be royal, and we can activate our enormous energy by stepping into our star power and star potential. So, wow, yo, what a spread. That's our star power reading, okay? And now we're gonna go into the tapping. Now, this brings us into the tapping session. Tapping to allow ourselves to ground into the good, to feel really good, and to just feel grand, and to accept that we are worthy and that we deserve to live well. Accepting that we are here to have a good life. It's not normal to live in suffering. It's normal to live well. And that's what we are choosing to believe today in today's tapping. So this is a guided EFT session, a guided tapping session that will help us allow our bodies, minds, and psyches and auras to expand into the frequency of abundance, but also we're grounding into accepting that life is really good for us, and rewiring ourselves to choose to believe that we truly do deserve a really good life that we love waking up to every day. Okay, so all of that to say, hold tight, y'all. For today's magic trick, I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, so drink your water. Oh my god, I forgot that salt water, because everyone's talking about drinking your salt. Oh wow, okay, I need like because like everyone's talking about drinking your salt in water to help your cells absorb the water better, so you hydrate more. And I forgot that one of the glasses on my desk is full salt water, and that was what I just sipped. Okay, all right, y'all. Tap, right, tap, say what I say. Let's feel good, let's have good lives, and let's live really freaking well. Okay, tap, right, tap, and say what I say. Start on the side of the hand, and let's do this. I am allowing myself to live really, really well. And I choose to love and accept myself. I release any resistance to having a life that I absolutely adore. I am clearing any unworthiness that thinks it is a requirement to suffer. I am allowing myself to be seen. I choose to feel really good about being in the spotlight. And I am choosing to feel really grateful that planet Earth is my home. I am releasing any part of me that feels angry. I am clearing any part of me that feels shame. I am forgiving myself, and I am allowing myself to know it is okay for me to process my emotions. It is safe for me to feel my feelings. But I am choosing to release anger, resentment, and shame. Anything else that might be blocking me from stepping into unprecedented levels of wealth and success. I choose to be that free. And I choose to go beyond the feeling of freedom. I am allowing myself to feel pure ecstasy and bliss. I release the blockages to feeling good. And I am allowing myself to feel really great, calm, and confident. I receive the good into my life today. And I choose to know that I am worthy and deserving to have it all. I am worthy and deserving of luxury. I am worthy and deserving of wealth. I am worthy and deserving of meeting the love of my absolute life. And I am worthy of experiencing all of the magic that life has to offer. All of the unique restaurants in the world. All of the magical dining experiences that I can have. All of the oceans that I can snorkel in. All of the mountains that I can ski down. All of the hiking trails that I can explore and adore. All of the stars in the sky that I can see every single night. All of the beauty from the moon and the sun that we have and experience every day. There is so much beauty around me. And I have access to creating the most beautiful life that I can choose. And so today I would love to start creating and receiving even more. Today I am releasing any smidge or crumb within that is telling my mind that I am not worthy of living really well. I choose to release that, clear it, and let it go. I am letting it go from every fiber of my body and being. And I choose to live well. I choose to live a life that I love. And I choose to continue to amplify my connection to receive. Because I choose to live in overflow, ease, and grace. And I choose to lock it in. All right, take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. You can shake your hands out a little bit if you feel like the need to. You can also grab some water if you want to. Kind of like, oh, we moved a lot of things already. Oh my God, oh my God. All right, y'all. So now, take it from the top. Again, if you're new to tapping, we're now going into the full round of tapping. One statement per point. Tap, right, tap. Say what I say. Take it from the top. I am allowing and receiving massive levels of overflow. And I am worthy of this life experience. I choose to be seen wealthy. I choose to be visibly rich. Now, part of me might be thinking that this is not the case, or part of me might be scared that even though things have gotten really good, that this reality might pop. There is part of me that is nervous that this beautiful life that I have created, that this existence that feels really easy, part of me is scared that it's going to dissolve and go away. Part of me is scared that the good will run out. Part of me doesn't feel safe when things are going so well. And there is part of me that doesn't feel safe to have really good things that I love and adore. And so even though I have all of these different layers and parts of me that are operating inside, I choose to deeply and very completely love myself, accept myself, and forgive myself too. I am forgiving every part of myself on every level of my cellular being. And I now choose to let all of the unworthiness go. All of the fear of success within, I now choose to let it completely and very deeply go. I am now eradicating the fear of success from every fiber of my body and being. And the parts of me that don't feel safe with things going really well and feeling really easy, I accept the former versions of who I was. I accept myself and forgive myself. But today I now choose to let all of those parts of me go. The part of me that didn't feel safe to live well, I am now releasing it from every fiber of my body, soul, psyche, and being. I am letting it go, and I choose to be at peace. The part of me that didn't feel safe being seen, the parts of me that didn't feel safe being adored, I accept myself, but I now choose to let those parts of me go. I am releasing, and I am forgiving, and I am letting it go. And so as I am allowing myself to dissect these old beliefs and stories, I am now starting to feel more calm about living really abundantly. I choose to feel really calm about receiving in massive overflow. And I am unlocking new levels of confidence in my own capabilities. I am capable of up-leveling. I am capable of receiving more. And I am releasing any part of me that is blocking receiving success. I choose to forgive myself, and I now choose to let these parts of me go. I am worthy and deserving of receiving a life that feels good. And I am accepting that my life has gotten really freaking amazing. Universe, show me how good it can get. And I simultaneously ground into a deep state of gratitude now. I am so grateful for how far I have come. I am so grateful for everything that I have created and co-created thus far. I am so grateful that everything has worked out for me. And I am so grateful that every day life is getting more and more fun. I am really proud of myself, proud that I didn't give up along the way. I am proud of myself that I activated myself to be a magnet to receive. And I am proud of myself for allowing myself to actually go for the things that I want. To allow myself to become a magnet to the things and experiences that I require. And I'm proud of myself for choosing to commit to creating the life of my dreams. I choose to receive. I choose to be seen. And I choose to have it all. And I am relishing in my current levels of abundance. I am really, really grateful to money, God, the universe, and everyone around me today. I am so grateful that I have the ability and the capability to receive. And I don't only have the capability to receive, but I also have the capability to maintain the manifestations that I am receiving. And I am clearing my doubts about this. I am allowing myself to know that this is my life now. I am allowing myself to believe, understand, and acknowledge that yes, life just got really, really good. And I deserve that. This up level in my life didn't happen by accident. This up level occurred because I have been intentional and have been deeply rewiring what's going on the inside. And so when I am reminding myself of that fact, it is easy for me to understand that because none of this up level happened by accident or sheer luck, then this up level is here to stay. This up level is here to grow to even more up levels, new levels, new levels, new levels. And this up level isn't going anywhere because I created this up level with my energy and power. And I choose to accept that. If there's a part of me that is trying to reject that, I now let that part of me go and banish that part. I am releasing any doubt that I deserve. And I am releasing any doubt that my power and energy created this up level. Because I choose to receive. I am calling all of my power back to me now from every person, place, and thing. And I am acknowledging that there is a higher power in the universe that I have been able to connect with and create with. And how cool is that, honestly? Like, that is such a cool revelation that we have. That we are magical beings, that we have unlocked and unleashed our creation to the divine and to the magic that is around us, and that because of our intentions and our commitments to create the lives of our dreams, we have now started to receive all this magic and miracles and up-leveled life experiences. And it feels so good knowing that, believing that, and being this free. I have the power to create anything that I want to in my life. And I think this is one of the first times that I truly believe and know this on a deep subconscious level. I am a powerful creator. and I have the power to create my own reality. I am creating my own reality today. And I am so proud of myself that I stuck at this. Whatever these goals are that we've all been working towards, I am so proud of myself that we didn't give up. I am so proud of myself that we are still going. And I am so grateful that we have such instant access to all of the levels of abundance around us. And we can really wake up in the morning, decide that we want something, and attract that to us by end of day. And it really is that possible. We exist in a realm of infinite possibilities. And I am attracting myself to all of the magic in the collective universe now. I am allowing myself to shine bright like a candle. I am choosing to shine. I am choosing to be powerful. I am choosing to actually use my power. And I am calling so much good into my life now. I am a magnet for miracles today. I am choosing to experience really, really good things now. I am saying thank you so much for all of the good that I am already experiencing. And I am so grateful for all of the good that is on its way to me now. I am worthy of good. I deserve a life that I love. I choose to be magnetic. I choose to be connected. And I choose to be in my power. I am amplifying my creativity. I am relishing in my own grandeur. And I choose to unleash and unlock all of my creative forces now. I am connecting with the magic within. I am now connecting myself with all of the magic and abundance that is around me. I choose to be seen. I choose to be heard. I choose to shine. And I choose to live really, really well because I deserve that. I am magical. I am worthy. And I can have it all. In body, mind, and spirit. Alrighty, take a deep breath through the top. Hold it at the top. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. There we have it, yo. There we have it. Alrighty, my goodness, my gracious. That was a tapping for the books. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. And tomorrow we're going to film the Aquarius new moon tapping. Okay. So that one, I'm saying this one is one for the books. Tomorrow's Aquarius new moon tapping is going to be one for the books. Yeah. All right. We're done, y'all. We're done. Okay. Wow. I'm just like getting myself set up, take a little stroll outside now. And thank you so much for joining me on this tapping. This was a good one. Just look around at all of the things that you have acquired in the past 6 months, and just always remember that luxury in the 3D is a reflection of worthiness in the 5D, okay? So luxury in our external reality is representation of abundance programming in our internal reality, our internal operating system. Okay, when we're feeling abundant on the inside, we are surrounded by luxury on the outside. It's that simple, y'all. Until we do our Aquarius new moon tapping with the Wonderland cards. Okay, thank you for tapping with me. Drink your water, definitely do your journaling one, and I will see you at tomorrow's magic show for our next magic trick. See you on the next one. Bye.